what's happened with the people who tell the stories of the Narts, and what your book, what your 2 volumes have been for them.
Well, they're small peoples, and when we think of our own social identity on a large scale, we think in terms of millions and tens of millions, hundreds of millions. These people think in terms of thousands or tens of thousands. And there are 50 people with 50 distinct languages, 3 different language families, all in an area the size of Spain. And they've been there for thousands of years. They've survived. But what has become a major threat are the powers that have been able to industrialize. So the very first power that ever defeated them was Russia. They fought for over 101 years. And Russia defeated them because Russia was at that stage beginning even just the most rudimentary stages of industrialization, and that was enough to vanquish traditional bravery and horsemanship and so on. So these people feel the threat of extinction as a tangible dimension of their life. And I think my feeling, having worked with them for decades now, is that they want a place at the table of the world banquet, so to speak. They want to bring something to that table. They don't want to pass into oblivion, totally unknown and without any...
It would go against their own saying, right?
Yes. Yeah. If our lives are short, may our fame be great. That's a saying from the Ossetian collection. And I think that there's something obscene about losing an entire population without some kind of testimony, some kind of witness to what they cared about, how they thought, how they performed. And certainly the case in North America with the indigenous populations is a burning example as well. And people are beginning to realize that there was a civilization there. What particularly befell the Circassians, Uzbeks, and Abkhaz was very grim. The Russians killed maybe half the population during that 100 years. They wanted to relocate them. They gave them a choice: either relocate north onto the plains, which they didn't want to do, or go into the Ottoman Empire. And the Ottomans took them in, and about another half died there. So 90% now of Circassians live outside the homeland. It's the largest diaspora. Many in Turkey, but there's some now here just around Los Angeles, and some in New Jersey. We have a few now emerging in Canada. There are communities.
You mentioned Jordan,
Europe.
too, I think.
In Jordan, yeah. Jordan has a big, very vital community. But they're afraid they're going to assimilate. And although they're loyal, it's one of the great values of their culture. They're loyal, and they are fierce warriors, but they don't like to fight, which is an interesting combination. And they feel that they will disappear.